Decided to sleep in because my hips are hurting and listen to that owl. And now here's a full minute of nature sounds to end your day. They're beginning mine. You can turn off now if you don't want to hear them, or you can close your eyes and relax. I tell myself a lot that we're here to experience. And we experience for ourselves and each other because we are all one. I believe that. I believe that every experience is valid because every experience, every perspective is new. I think it's a brilliant plan to experience all that there is. So this moment is valid. I'm packing up and my back is hurting and I'm tired. So I'm stretching out inside my tent with the mat deflated and half of my stuff packed and the sun rising higher and higher. But if it's true that it's not a race and that I can take whatever time I need, then I can just sit here in this moment and experience what it's like. So this is what it's like. I hear birds, and I like that. I see a spider up in the corner of the outside of the tent that looks like a baby black widow. Who knows? Could be a speck of mud. And I'm just taking a breather because it feels like I need it. But I'm still here, and you are welcome for this common joint experience. It's the best I can do. I'm very inventive with food out here. This is breakfast. Butter mashed potatoes, cold soaked. And then I take a little lick of Chick-fil-A sauce. Good morning. It is day 5, I guess. Wow. And I love that I've been able to just meander through nature for 4 days and conquer some challenges. Got a big one ahead of me today. And I woke up with my hips hurting, and I also had put my clothes out on the clothesline because I washed as best I could overnight, and they were still wet. So I didn't really want to put on wet clothes for hiking. It's a little cool this morning before the sun comes up. So I'm late breaking camp and just taking my time. This is going to sound like nothing to most people, and back home it would have sounded like nothing to me. But out here, I know to respect that 12 miles is a long time for me. 12 miles is about 12 hours, as it turns out, which is crazy. I did 12 hours easy back home. 12 miles. But anyway, I'm trying to just forget about that and just embrace nature. Doesn't really matter what time I get anywhere, as long as I get there in time for dark. So I'm just going to plug away, have some really big elevation increases today. So I'm gonna see what that looks like. And as soon as I get to a town and can ditch some of my stuff that I thought it was wise to have, but honestly, I would almost rather be miserable in certain conditions than have to carry this weight on my back. So some of it's gonna go. I think my puffy's gonna go, my gloves are gonna go, my rain gear is gonna go. If I get wet, I'll eventually dry. The only problem will be if it's wet and cold, because then you run a risk of hypothermia, but there hasn't been any risk of that so far. Maybe I'm getting into the season where it's just past, but I want to get up into the elevation and see how it feels up there, see if I'm going to need all that stuff, and I sure hope I don't, because I'm ready to ditch it. And it's about all I can let go of. I use the other stuff a lot. So, good morning. See how today goes. I don't want to be pessimistic about anything because I'm in nature and nature's awesome. And the peace and quiet is awesome, and the sound of the birds and the owl this morning that woke me up. It's just, that's my cup of tea. So, despite me analyzing my physical limitations constantly, it's not bad out here. Okay. Not going there, but okay. What are you? Probably a dog. Deep, muddy footprints like this. I always feel sorry for the people who went before me and it was raining or that deep mud. That could not have been fun, especially uphill. By the way, I'm not using my little mic thing, so I'm sure the sound quality is reduced, but I didn't want it to muffle the sounds of nature or even my huffing and puffing. I wanted you to have real. You got it. What's around this bend? I know. Let's guess. More trail. It just keeps going uphill. I see where I've been. That's pretty cool. King of the mountain. So I'm sitting here enjoying a fireball, which you know are my favorites. And I found the perfect reclining rock. Like, how's a girl supposed to turn that down? It's in a beautiful spot. And that is what I'm tackling next. Just had to drink some water. I cameled up. Had a liter before I left camp this morning, but I carried extra since it takes me longer to get everywhere. So the more I drink it, the less I have to carry, which is great. All right, let's do this. This helicopter has come by about 4 times. Really trying to figure out if I'm okay or just gawking. This is pretty much a day of all uphill, but it's the only way to get where I'm going. So, one step and then another. It's really beautiful. A little bit of downhill. I'll take it. Or not, I'm actually bummed about this downhill because I know the elevation at its highest is way higher than I camped last night, which means what goes down must go way, way up. And that is going to be a grind. I would rather just go level, just do all that climbing that I did back there, get to elevation, and have a nice saunter along the trail. That just doesn't happen. Blowing past another campsite. I figure at least if I have a bit of downhill, despite the climb that will be ahead, I can take it a little faster. It's noon, so I'm sitting here under my umbrella shade, escaping the sun for a minute. Or 10. Another PCT hiker. These guys are everywhere. Hello lunch and lots of calories. That was incredibly difficult to do without getting tuna juice all over me. Ugh. Hey, don't look now, but I'm about to overtake my first PCT hiker. I passed no one, but if you're going to go backwards, I've got a good chance of passing you. He's probably just taking a rest break on a nice curved rock. I get it. Been going uphill for a long time. I wonder what's around this corner. Oh good, more uphill. It's okay. When you need a break and you find another reclining rock, you stop and rest and enjoy the view. The birds are. Let me. That is a beautiful campsite. Still not mine, but wow. These trees blow my mind. Meet my friend Burl. Sometimes a spot is so awesome that you stop and take a legit nap. There was a cool breeze. It was peaceful. Oh my gosh. Great break in the day. Awesome tree. Sounds weird, but I'm kind of sad to leave this guy. Seems like I always start filming just when I put a fireball in. Idea what kind of animal keeps pooping on the trail, but they sure like berries. And their preferred toilet are rocks or the middle of the trail. It's a behemoth. Oh my gosh, it was going to be my last water source before the trip to Laguna tomorrow, and I was afraid I was going to have to crawl down in that ravine. And then I rounded the bend, and look what crosses the path. Yay. It's kicking my butt. I've only got a little over half a mile to go to my campsite. But all the uphill is just hard. Whew! So, can I be honest? I'm pretty sure that I'm done. It's taken me 6 days to go 40 miles. 45 miles. 6 days. I thought in 10 days I would have been 100. So, I don't know. They say not to quit on a bad day and to think about why you wanted to do this. Alright, so I wanted to do this so that my bones wouldn't get brittle and have osteoporosis and just sit around and languish and be old. And I wanted to lose weight, and this just seemed like a surefire way to get back to who I used to be. And I wanted to impress my kids, not gonna lie. Just wanted them to be proud of me. And I wanted to accomplish something cool, test my limits. I think I've found them. I've just never been an athlete, and I sure am proving it. And I wanted to experience nature and camp outside for months on end and enjoy the trails and the vistas, and that part has been awesome. The vistas have been really pretty, and I love camping. That part has been fantastic. It's just having to get right up and move right on and go uphill, uphill, uphill that it's just really not been pleasurable. So of course it takes all that to get to Canada, and of course I knew that. I think you can know something without knowing it, and I don't know, Jim's coming to see me this weekend to bring me some resupply and take some things home so I can shed some weight, and I may just go with him. Sorry guys. I just love that. Okay, I'm looking for my campsite. That looks blocked off. That looks blocked off. What the heck? Okay, I'm poking around and looks like there's some spots. So, yay, a whole field over there. This one looks good. Look around, lots of ants. Lots of ants. Okay, this one doesn't look good. Let's go back this way. All right, I don't see any ants here. Home sweet home for the night. At last, day is almost done. This is the only spot without ants. And it's just barely gonna fit me. I think I can use the foyer on the left side. Close one. That was a hard day, but nature, nature, rah rah. Yay. Where there's a will, there's a way. Ensconced in flowers. Good night.